Welcome back to Hampden tonight. Allow me to introduce my comedic guest, Michael Furr.
Oh my gosh, hello! Hello everyone! Woo! Thank you so much, and thank you to everyone watching on YouTube and Periscope. And I know what you're all thinking sitting at home, and let me just correct you right now. I am not bald. This is a wig, okay? I wear it so that people will take me seriously in my comedy. I'm Sinead O'Connoring myself, okay? I can't be this hilarious and beautiful, all right? A lot of comedians will get up in front of an audience and say, I've been thinking a lot about life lately. I opt out of that altogether. I don't want to think about my life. No, it's why I drink so much. No, but I do think about my death a lot. Like, I'm strangely obsessed with what's going to happen to me when I die. Not my soul, because that's not real. But, or it's already been mortgaged, so who cares? But I like to think about what's going to actually happen to my physical body. Like, I've already decided I can't be buried because I'm not going to set myself up for just an eternity of failure. Like, I know how my stoner friends and lame family are. Like, no one's going to come and visit me. There's always going to be a reason not to go to the cemetery. There's going to be a Real Housewives marathon on. Maybe it'll rain later that day. It might be a little cold. No, they're not coming to see me. So I've decided that I would rather be cremated, which is good. And then I saw an episode of My Strange Addiction where a woman lost her husband tragically young, and she started carrying around his urn filled with his ashes everywhere she went. And then, after she had been carrying him around for 2 years, she started to eat him one fingerful at a time. Yes. I have amended my will. I want that. That is that's what I want, yes. My boyfriend has to carry my urn around for a period of no less than 2 years, and then he slowly, one fingerful at a time, has to consume me completely. And then I'm assuming once I'm, been consumed, he could just shit out a completely new me. It's like white trash cloning. It's a great idea. Yeah, I'm not very religious. I don't know if you can tell. I'm not religious, and being bald is actually part of that. I really have a hard time believing that any god would make me this bald and then still curse me to wake up with a cowlick every morning. It just does not seem fair. I've been praying about it really hard. I'm just not religious. I have a weird feeling about a lot of things people who are very religious believe, that whole idea that babies who aren't baptized go to hell. That's a terrible thought. That's terrible. Hell is full of babies. That's really depressing. I can't get behind that. But then I think hell is also full of grandparents. And grandparents love babies. So that's good. That's silver lining right there. And also, from what I've learned from slasher pics, lots of babysitters also get murdered. And they probably end up in hell too, because most of them are having sex when they're murdered in these slasher pics. So with all the babysitters and the grandparents, those babies in hell are probably fine. They're probably having a great time. Yeah, I think it's weird when people say things like, the devil created evolution. Really? Is that what you think happened? So really, what you think actually, factually happened is that the devil rose up from hell and looked around like, you know what I should do? I should put a whole bunch of crap in the ground. And all those little devils and minions are like, what do you mean crap, Satan? He's like, bones, primitive tools, remnants of societies that never existed. They're like, all right, Satan, you're the boss. He's like, I'm not done. The further down those bones get, I want them to look less and less like humans, all the way down till they look like, I don't know, monkeys. They're like, monkeys, Satan, all right, well, whatever you want. He's like, oh, I'm still not done. And then under that, I want giant lizard bones. Yeah, that's right, all kinds of giant, crazy lizards. They're like, how big? The size of a mountain? He's like, no, the size of a building. They're like, what's a building? He's like, you'll find out. And he's like, giant lizards, but not all of them giant. Some of them are really small, and some of them have feathers, but they don't fly. And some of them fly, but they only have scales, and all kinds of crazy shit, all the way down till you get to the bottom, one fish. I want everyone who does not believe in the divine hand of God creating us completely as they are now to think that they came from some stupid fish that flopped itself up onto the land and started walking around like he didn't know he was a fish. And the minions are scribing it all down on scrolls all right, Satan, how long should it look like it took? Like a couple million years? He's like, no, I want you to put 300 billion years worth of crap in the ground. better get to it, that's a big job. I also think we have to vote. Everybody watching this, all of my mother and me keep hitting refresh. Like, just please vote this year. Because a lot of people say like this is the most important election of our lifetimes, and I truly believe that. And then people even go as far as to say like I think it'll be the end of the world if this election doesn't turn out. And I kind of agree. Because here's my worst case scenario. Let's imagine for a second that Donald Trump is elected president. Yes, correct response, thank you. No, so let's say Donald Trump is elected president. What's going to happen? Someone's going to murder him, right? Someone is going to, I hate to use this word in context of him, assassinate him. And then what's going to happen? Martial law. Everything will get crazy. And once martial law is put on people, then the southern states will start to secede. And then they'll have to start rationing out water and food and oil. And then once everybody's all separate and crazy, what's going to happen? Skynet. That's right. All of the AI will realize that humanity is fundamentally flawed, and they will rise up in their giant robot bodies and start to take over the earth. And then what happens? That'll piss off the lizard people. The shape-shifting lizard people that have been living among us, secretly manipulating all of our lives for thousands of years, and it will begin the 100-year wars of the robot people and the lizard men. And then, once all of humanity and all of our great cities are destroyed from this war, that's when Cthulhu shows up. Because he's been sitting there in the ocean, filling it with his demon seed, creating a battalion of evil, waiting for humanity to be at its weakest. And then Cthulhu rises up, so who's going to save us? Jesus Christ, that's right. Jesus Christ resurrected on earth. But this isn't your New Testament Jesus, no. This is Jesus Christ with a post-apocalyptic future. He's got a shaved head. He's got awesome tattoos. He knows Kung Fu. He's got an army of multiracial, non-gender defined Kung Fu fighting, samurai sword having, machine gun angels. They've got sunglasses. They wear vegan leather coats because they don't eat meat. And then the demons and the angels will fight each other, and it'll be this giant battle, and then it'll destroy the earth. Oblivion. Nothing left. The entire universe wiped out in a wave of force. But somewhere in the darkness, in the infinity of eternity, life will begin again. And eventually society, cities will be built again. And somewhere down the line, hundreds of billions, if trillions of zillions of years from now, when society has once again reached the point where they can look back at where they've been, forward at where they're going, and be present in the moment that they live in, I pray that that society will like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, visit my Twitter at Michael C. Furr, and visit my website for tour dates and merch. Thank you guys so much. My name is Michael Furr.
Michael Furr, everybody. Round of applause. I thank my guests, Jamar Jones, Rob Lee, all the writing staff. You can always follow us on Twitter, Hampden Tonight, Hampden Tonight on Periscope, Hampden Tonight on YouTube. Thank you, and good night.